Oh, the midnight moorlands crying, through the cypress forests sighing, in the night wind madly flying, hellish forms with streaming hair, in the barren branches creaking, by the stagnant swamp pools speaking, past the shore cliffs ever shrieking, damned demons of despair. Once I think I half remember, ere the grey skies of November quenched my youth's aspiring ember, lived there such a thing as bliss. Skies that now are dark were beaming, bold and azure, splendid seeming, till I learned it all was dreaming, deadly drowsiness of dis. Evil wings in ether beating, vultures at the spirit eating, things unseen forever fleeting, black against the leering sky. Ghastly shades of bygone gladness, clawing fiends of future sadness, mingle in a cloud of madness, ever on the soul to lie. Thus the living lone and sobbing, in the thrones of anguish throbbing, with the loathsome furies robbing, night and noon of peace and rest. But beyond the groans and grating of abhorrent life is waiting, sweet oblivion, culminating all the years of fruitless quest.
Each heart has its haunted chamber, where the silent moonlight falls. On the floor are mysterious footsteps. There are whispers along the walls. And mine at times is haunted by phantoms of the past, as motionless as shadows by the silent moonlight cast. A form sits by the window that is not seen by day. For as soon as the dawn approaches, it vanishes away. It sits there in the moonlight, itself as pale and still, and points with its airy finger across the window sill. Without before the window there stands a gloomy pine, whose boughs wave upward and downward, as wave these thoughts of mine. And underneath its branches is the grave of a little child, who died upon life's threshold, and never wept nor smiled. What are ye, O pallid phantoms, that haunt my troubled brain, that vanish when day approaches, and at night return again? What are ye, O pallid phantoms, but the statues without breath, that stand on the bridge overarching, the silent river of death?
We smile at each other, and I lean back against the wicker couch.
How does it feel to be dead?
I say, you touch my knees with your blue fingers.
Don't tell me. I don't want to hear.
Did you ever
You start.
wear a certain kind of silk dress? And just by accident, so inconsequential, you barely notice it. Your fingers graze that dress, and you hear the sound of a knife cutting paper. You see it too. And you realize how that image is simply the extension of another image. That your own life is a chain of words that one day will snap. Words, you say, you young girls in a circle holding hands and beginning to rise heavenward in their confirmation dresses. Like white helium balloons, the wreaths of flowers on their heads spinning. And above all that, that's where I'm floating. And that's what it's like, only 10 times clearer, 10 times more horrible. Could anyone alive survive it?
What if you knew you'd be the last to touch someone? If you were taking tickets, for example, at the theatre, tearing them, giving back the ragged stubs, you might take care to touch that palm, brush your fingertips along the lifeline's crease. When a man pulls his wheeled suitcase too slowly through the airport, when the car in front of me doesn't signal, when the clerk at the pharmacy won't say thank you, I don't remember they're going to die. A friend told me she'd been with her aunt. They'd just had lunch, and the waiter, a young gay man with plum black eyes, joked as he served the coffee, kissed her aunt's powdered cheek when they left. Then they walked half a block, and her aunt dropped dead on the sidewalk. How close does the dragon's spume have to come? How wide does the crack in heaven have to split? What would people look like if we could see them as they are, soaked in honey, stung and swollen, reckless, pinned against time.
Aquí te amo. En los oscuros pinos se desenreda el viento. Fosforece la luna sobre las aguas errantes. Andan días iguales persiguiéndose. Se desciñe la niebla en densas figuras. Una gaviota de plata se descuelga del ocaso. A veces una vuela, altas, altas estrellas, o la cruz negra de un barco, sola. A veces amanezco y hasta mi alma está húmeda. Resuena el mar lejano. Este es un puerto. Aquí te amo. Aquí te amo. Y en vano te oculta el horizonte. Te estoy amando aún entre estas frías cosas. A veces van mis besos en esos barcos graves que corren por el mar hacia donde no llegan. Ya me veo olvidada como estas viejas anclas. Son más tristes los muelles cuando atraca la tarde. Se fatiga mi alma inútilmente hambrienta. Amo lo que no tengo. Estás tú tan distante. Mi hastío forcejea con los lentos crepúsculos. Pero la noche llega y comienza a cantarme. La luna hace girar su rodaje de sueño. Me miran con tus ojos las estrellas más grandes. Y como yo te amo, los pinos en el viento quieren cantar tu nombre con tus hojas de alambre.
Of the long, sleepless watches of the night, a gentle face, the face of one lost dead, where around its head the night lamp casts a halo of pale light, looks at me from the wall. Here in this room she died, and a soul more white never through martyrdom of fire was led to its repose, nor can in books he read the legend of a life more benedict. There is a mountain in the distant west that sun defying the steep ravines, displays a cross of snow upon its side, such as the cross I wore upon my breast. These 18 years, through all the changing scenes and seasons, changeless since the day she died.
You have to be always drunk. That's all there is to it. It's the only way. So as not to feel the horrible burden of time that breaks your back and bends you to the earth, you have to be continually drunk. But on what? Wine, poetry, or virtue as you wish, but be drunk. And if sometimes on the steps of a palace or the green grass of a ditch, in the mournful solitude of your room, you wake again, drunkenness already diminishing or gone, ask the wind, the wave, the star, the bird, the clock, everything that is flying, everything that is groaning, everything that is rolling, everything that is singing, everything that is speaking. Ask what time it is, and wind, wave, star, bird, clock will answer you. It is time to be drunk. So as not to be the martyred slaves of time, be drunk, be continually drunk on wine, on poetry, or on virtue, as you wish.